So now it's time for my favourite day of the season, the best part of the entire Real Deal series. It's Regen Day. Hello and welcome back to The Real Deal. Today we've got two games for you, a slight change of plan. It's Eibar that we're playing today and then Athletico Madrid. But we've changed it slightly because the youth intake has come a little bit earlier this year. I thought it would come after the Eibar game and it hasn't, it's come just before it. So we're going to have a look at the youth team and see what's come through. Now, I've not looked at this team yet. It came through 1 or 2 days ago. I just thought I'd get to the game first and then I'll go and through it and have a look with you. And apparently Aitor Vazquez could be the best player of his generation to come through, or one of the best players of his generation, which is good to see. Javi Barthez and Gerardo Gonzalez could be decent players as well, apparently, according to my youth head of youth development, so they could be decent. Let's click on the youth candidate team then, and I can already see some decent stuff. Let's sort it by potential. There's 2 players here with 5-star potential, an attacking midfield centre and a defender centre. Aitor is the defender. Cesar Cusco is the attacking midfielder. He looks pretty decent as well. Both 1.5-star current ability, which is nice to see. Juan Pablo, right back, decent 4-star current ability, or potential rather, which is good because we don't have a right back coming through yet. Nice to see another midfielder in Gerardo. We need another midfielder. And then a few more decent players as well. So a pretty decent youth intake, I've got to say. I'm happy with that one. Let's take a look at these top 3 ones. Cesar, Aitor and Juan Pablo. Let's have a look. We'll start with Cesar first of all. Attacking midfield centre. Wants to be an advanced playmaker. Is fairly determined. Got some good determination. Well, that's nice to see. Promising attacking midfielder. Good first touch. I like that as well. Some decent stats where they matter. So he could be a decent player in future. We don't usually use an attacking midfielder, as we've had to sell Roland Salai and things like that because we don't use him. But he could come through. And as we get better in future, to be fair, as we get better, we may get rid of the defensive midfielder and move to an attacking midfielder. So this guy could come through actually and be a real star for the future. So I'm excited by him. Next up then was Aitor Vazquez, defender centre, another centre-back. All our youth intake seems to bring in some really solid centre-backs, but this guy could be the cream of the crop with his 5-star potential. He's ambitious, got decent determination, which is good. We could shoot him a little bit to get it up a little bit, but I'm liking what I'm seeing there. Some good physicals for a 16-year-old, to be fair. Could be a little bit taller, but will grow, I suppose, a little bit maybe. I think they grow, I'm pretty sure they do. And again, good marking, good tackling. His mentals are probably his best ones, to be fair, so I'm liking that as well. Aitor Vazquez, almost as good as Julio Diaz, actually, already. Julio Diaz, only just a little bit better, and Julio Diaz is a few years older, so Aitor could come through in the next 2 or 3 seasons, maybe. It'd be really, really good. And then we'll look at Juan Pablo as well, the right back. He's very, very light. It's 58 kilos. That's not very big at all. So maybe he's quite pacey. He's got a lot of pace, actually, to be fair. He's got some good physicals, and maybe he'll be bombing up and down the wings. More of a wing back than a hard tackling right back, perhaps. I don't know. But as I say, his tackling only 7. We can get that up a little bit, though, but it's not too bad. Determination 12, fairly loyal. We can get that tutored to be better as well, but his physicals are his standout attributes there. So I'm liking what I'm seeing with him as well. Juan Pablo, a decent youth intake, that one. I am pleased with that, to be fair. I would like to have, it's also quite good actually that we've got no decent wingers come through, because we also we get a lot of decent wingers and we get a lot of decent centre backs. I am waiting for the day when we get a really, really good centre midfielder come through and a really, really good striker come through. But we've got a few players who are relatively good in those positions. No superstars yet, but some of these guys that have come through could be real superstars in the future. Right, good. Now that's over, we can get back to the episode and start to talk about things seriously. Eibar and Athletico Madrid today. We've missed out on opportunities twice to go top of the table, which has been a little bit annoying. We've not lost again still. We're still not lost. But we have drawn a few games. The last episode was Seville and Barcelona. Then we played Real Betis in a 0-0 draw, a game that we should have won. We had about 20 shots in that game, but we just couldn't do anything. And I at this point, I was panicking because, of course, we have Osmanovic injured, Solanke injured, and Araujo Thomas injured. All 3 strikers injured. Lozano out on loan. We had to play Benjamin Rolheiser up front, and he's not really a striker. He did score against Barcelona, but no one really came close to scoring in this game. We had a lot of shots, but nothing really clinical. And then the next game, Luka Adzic with 1 goal and Benjamin Rolheiser with a hat-trick to make sure we beat Granada 4-1, which is fantastic stuff. So I'm now sort of thinking, if we sell Lozano over summer, Araujo Thomas is leaving, obviously, maybe we just retrain Rolheiser to become a striker. He's already halfway there. He really likes to be a striker. So maybe we just retrain him, to become a striker, and he became sort of like the backup striker to Osmanovic and Solanke. He showed his form again in the next game against Valencia in a 4-2 win, scoring 1 goal there. Adzic and Orsolini got 2 as well, so all the players there up front, those attacking 3 getting the goals. And then last time out, we drew 1-1 with Real Zaragoza in a game which we should have won easily, but we struggled, I've got to say. We did struggle. We did have Verba and we did have Ruiz out with suspension, so I guess that could have played a part. But we didn't look too strong, actually, against Zaragoza. That's the first game for a while where we've not looked particularly strong against a team that we should be really, really good against. Either way, though, we're still unbeaten in God knows how many games now. Apart from these Spanish Cup games, in league games, it's a long, long time since the last time we lost, which is good. Atletico Madrid did lose. They lost to Barcelona, and I believe they drew with... No, they lost to Real Madrid. That's who they lost to. So they lost to Real Madrid and they lost to Barcelona. Both of those occasions, if we'd won the games that we played at the time, we would have gone top of the table, but instead we drew both of those games, which is frustrating because we could be like 3 points clear at top if we'd won those games against teams we should have won. Either way, though, I won't get too cross because we are in a ridiculously good position still, finding ourselves second in the table, currently 3 points ahead of Real Madrid, but we've got a game in hand on them rather. Barcelona way down, 8 points behind us now. We're miles ahead of Malaga, so we are getting Champions League football. We can confirm that basically. It's not confirmed here mathematically, but I can't see us losing all our games and Malaga winning all theirs. Title race then, I suppose, is still on. I haven't really thought about it, but I guess we are in a title race. We're only 2 points behind Atletico Madrid. If they slip up, we go there, basically, you know, which is crazy to think. I don't understand how it's happened. Either way, I'm not going to complain. We are doing a bit of a Leicester City, I think. That's kind of what we're doing, although it's not quite as dramatic, because we did finish like 7th, or we finished 8th and 10th the past 2 seasons, didn't we? So it's not that dramatic as Leicester was from like bottom of the table up to the champions. But I still wouldn't have expected us to be there. I would expect us to sort of be milling around 5th, 6th, maybe trying to chase 4th position, not being in a title race. Right then, this is the lineup for today's game. We've got Berke Urza starting goal. It's the usual lineup. Berke Urza in goal, Cucurella, Verba, Romero, Diouf, Ruiz, Borja Fernandez, Badeka, Adzic, Orsolini, and Rolheister is staying up front today. Dominic Solanke and Raul Thomas have come back from injuries in the past week or so. So I'm not going to start them today. I'm going to get a friendly, because after this game we've got international break for 2 weeks. I'm going to organise a friendly and get Raul Thomas and Solanke to play in that friendly. And quite a few of these players, actually fringe players, to play it to get some match fitness back into them. And hopefully after that, they'll be ready to go again. Right, kickoff is upon us here today. We are in the blue, although we are away from home at Eibar today. A win would be fantastic stuff, and it would set up the next game against Atletico Madrid beautifully, because if we beat Atletico Madrid, we will go top of the table, as long as we win today, that is. And if we beat, as Rolheiser in 52 seconds scored a wonderful goal there, assisted by Luka Adzic. As I was saying though, a win today keeps the pressure on Atletico Madrid. And actually, are they playing right now? Wait, we're the only game that's kicking off right now. Have Atletico Madrid just lost? There were 1 or 2 they just drew with Real Betis. They kicked off just before that, because there were a few games, obviously no one in Spain could play at the same time. They kicked off just before us by the looks of things. So they drew with Betis. Because we've got a better head-to-head record because we beat them earlier in the season, as things stand, we go top of the table, which is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, we win today, we go top of the table. If we beat Atletico Madrid, we go 3 points clear at the top of the table, which is madness. And it also completes the triple threat, I like to call it, of beating Barcelona, Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, not just once each, but twice each in a season. Unfortunately, Eibar are trying to ruin the party by scoring the goal there. Someone got injured in the process. I think I say in the process, it was a while ago. It was one of their players, which is all right. But they have equalised, so we have to keep tabs on that. Although Rolheiser looking to try and get into that ball, doesn't quite do it. And now Eibar trying to build out from the back. Antic on the ball in towards the midfielder. Alvaro Garcia into Espinosa, out towards Cuas, who's got lots of space on that right hand side. Cuts inside though and is sort of stopped by our midfield, but that's a great ball across to their wing, who puts it in onto the head of their striker, but Berke Urza with a decent save. Now, apparently somewhere along the way, Adzic has picked up a knock. He's very low in condition, and Orsolini's orange on his conditioners. They nearly score a free kick. Eibar coming out the block strongly here. They really want to dent our hopes of trying to get on top of the table. It turns out that injury to Orsolini was actually quite serious. So, in that case, we move Rolheiser out to the right, and we're going to bring Dominic Solanke back on for his first game in over a month now from his injury. So hopefully he'll play well today. He's got a chance now to prove himself. We may have to bring Rado Thomas on for Adzic actually later on if he doesn't improve his condition much. I don't want to risk Adzic because he is a top player. Salonke comes forward on the ball now into Rollheiser, who scores his second of the game, making it 2-1 to Oviedo. Back on top of the table as things... I can't believe we're saying that. Back on top of the table as things stand. Yeah, to be fair, Rollheiser has been a revelation in between episodes after, playing with everyone else being injured. He's had his chance and he's really grabbed it with both hands, taking it to the point now where I want to give him a new contract to get a bigger minimum fee release clause and also secure him down because I was going to sell him this summer. I was going to sell him this summer and use one of our youngsters as the backup on the right wing. But if he can play striker very well and scores goals, we've got to keep hold of him, surely. He's only 21 years old, bless him. He's only 21 years old. He's the same age as me, which is crazy. And yet he's here in the Liga scoring plenty of goals and I'm pretending that I'm a Liga manager scoring plenty of goals for fun. Yeah, I think although it's early on in the second half, Adzic really isn't getting any fitter in this game. So we're going to take him off and we're going to bring Thomas, if you want to come on the pitch. Rauda Thomas is going to come on for Adzic instead. He's going to have his first game for over a month as well. So good news to see them both back on the pitch. The fans will be appreciating that as Berkeyerza has his goal kick. Not the best one, but it does go back to our player in the end as Dominic Salonke now has a chance on the ball to get tackled and lose possession. Good stuff, mates. Rollheiser back on the ball, though this time plays a great cross pitch across the pitch ball to Rauda Thomas, who minutes after coming on the pitch scores a goal. And I don't know. I feel a bit bad. He's just doing it. I feel like I shouldn't be playing him because he's moving to another club, but we really have limited options at the moment with injuries and things like that. Next season, we'll have to try and strengthen a little bit on the... Well, I say that. We've got the youngsters now. We have to trust some of these youngsters. Leonardo Mezza's unlucky. He's on international duty right now, but he has been injured for the past month or so as well. Obviously, Diaz must have had about 20 games or so this season, actually. I'm pleased with that. Hopefully he gets more next season. He will get more next season. Not hopefully, he will. And then we're going to bring in another winger to come in behind Orsolini from the youth team. So it'll be either Antonio or Peleas. One of those two are going to come through. There's two decent ones. I'd like to bring someone else up as well, but I don't know if anyone's really making the grade right now, which is a bit of a shame. Of course, the backup goalkeeper we've got this year, Martin Gonzalez. He's had a few games in the cup and things like that. He's done all right. Aitor was on loan but didn't do very well, so we recorded him in January. And I think he's gone a bit downhill, which is a massive shame to be fair, but it's a good job we have another real good one as Eibar's players have just scored another goal. I missed that. I think it was from a corner. Last few seconds of the game now, and I think we should have done enough to secure this win. I mean, we've done well attacking-wise, scoring the goals, but actually defensively conceding 2 goals isn't particularly good, especially when they've only had 4 shots on target. That's a little bit poor from us. We may have to work on that a little bit at some point in the future. But other than that, calmly, a good win, boys. Well done. A lot of players getting confidence from that, which is nice to see, especially before the big game against Atletico. Yep, so as a result of that, we've gone top of the table on head-to-head record against Atletico Madrid, which means whoever wins the next game, us or Atletico, it will head-to-head record. It will depend on the result and things. Like if they win, it depends how much they beat us by. If we win or draw, then we have the better head-to-head record. However, whoever wins will go 3 points clear of the other. So that's the main thing at the moment, the 3 points. Orsolini only out for 1 or 2 days. That's good. We've officially qualified for the Europa League as well, which is fantastic stuff. We secured a top 6 finish. So it won't be soon before long that we qualify for the Champions League, surely. And Rollheiser once again being absolutely incredible. Let's look at his form recently. There's a 9, 6.79, 9.6. 6.9, 7.3. He has been in superb form. As you can see here, though, the 14 days until the Atletico Madrid game, we've got international break. So I'm going to go through international break because it takes ages, and then we'll reconvene for the Madrid game. Now, Adzic wants a new contract. We've had this discussion before, but the contract he wants... I mean, I'll say yes to it. I'll say yes to his request. The contract he wants is... It's big. It's a big contract he wants. He wants 54k per week. We can write. Let's get rid of his wage after international caps. Let's get rid of the yearly wage rise. Let's get rid of unused substitute fee. Appearance fee down to 9. Goal bonus down to 5. That's what I've sort of settled on before. £26 million release fee clause. I can settle with that. I'll try and push it up to 28. And then the wage. This is what needs to come down to 40. We'll set it at that for now. Suggest that term. And again, he's gone mental. He's gone mental. He wants 67 grand per week now. We've pushed it down to 50. Loyalty bonus at most is 2.2. I mean, he's asking too much at the moment, which is the issue. And I mean, it won't be an issue next season when we're in the Champions League and we have loads of money. We can give him a new contract, big contract then. It's just now that we can't, and that does worry me a little bit. Right, we're finally here at the Atletico Madrid game. It's been a long time coming. Our international break just takes so long to simulate, especially on this old piece of rubbish laptop. So, let's get into formation. And we need the 5 at the back today. We need Diaz to come on in defence. We need David Cameron to come on at right back, or right wing back. Borja Fernandes and Bedecker are fine. Rollheiser is going to come in as a trequartista. We're going to bring on Adzic down there as that advanced playmaker, and Dominic Solanke is going to be making his first starting appearance for a long time as he starts as a advanced forward. So this is the formation we're going to go for today against Atletico Madrid. A win here today would be absolutely incredible. We'll put us 3 points clear at the top of the table, which is ridiculous. And there's not many games left to go this season after this, which is also ridiculous. So we're in for a treat. Right then, kickoff is upon us here today in Madrid. We're playing in Atletico's stadium, so it's going to be a tough one today. But we've already beaten Real Madrid away from home. We've already beaten Barcelona away from home. We can beat Atletico away from home as well. I don't really know what to expect though. I feel like it's going to be quite a tepid game. Not much really going on. I think it's going to be quite quiet. If there is going to be a goal, I think it's going to be one goal either way, and it could come now as Romero heads it down to Diaz. His shot saved by Kepa, the goalkeeper. Decent little set piece there for us. If Diaz had just maybe sorted his feet out a little bit quicker, perhaps he could have put that in the back of the net. Building from the back now as Berke Urza has a big clearance upfield, but it only goes as far as Atletico Madrid players. And Vieto now coming forward, cuts inside, out to Pavon on that right-hand side. He puts it in, but cleared by first man Verba. They're still coming down his right-hand side, though. Pavon there once again gets across, and again, Verba clears it. Now Cucurella with a chance to launch something up to Dominic Solanke, who doesn't win the ball. Hugo Maya wins it again. And again, here come Atletico Madrid. Ramirez now with lots of space on the left-hand side. Can put across in. Vieto's there. This time it is put in the back of the net. Vieto there with the goal for Atletico Madrid 22 minutes into the game. Puts us down to second place. But again, it's not really much to worry about right now. There's still a long way to go. And, you know, we're talking about fighting for the title here in our 5th season, which is ridiculous. I don't think we'll be anywhere near a title in our 5th season, which is fantastic. So as Bedecker puts it in, cleared by Hugo Mayo. And now Pavon can come forward in towards Antoine Griezmann, who runs forward towards the box, into Coke, into Vieto, who again just puts it narrowly wide. Atletico looking the stronger of the two sides so far, but we've had our chances as well. And another one could come now as David Cameron can't quite win his header, but Romero does. But he doesn't really accurately get it onto Rollheiser. And again, here come Atletico. Vieto, this time, again putting it just wide. Vieto is the danger man today. Vieto once again on the ball, again putting it just wide. I mean, he's had too many chances. Berke with the goal kick up towards Rollheiser, but again, his distribution hasn't been great so far, Berke. And now there's a lot of room down the right-hand side for Atletico Madrid. Koke now on the ball more centrally. Into Vieto again. Vieto is all over us today. We need to injure him, get him off the pitch. And there we go. That's the end of the first half. Atletico Madrid being the stronger of the two sides, and it's been the Vieto show so far. We're going to go aggressive. I expect to see a much better showing from you in the second half out there, boys. Everyone looks fired up, which is nice to see. Hopefully, they'll respond to that and we'll grab a goal or two. That'd be great. Rollheiser's corner then, 47th minute. Only cleared by the first man, but it's got another chance to put it in. Adzic at the back post was racing in unmarked. Somehow put it over though, probably just couldn't quite get under it. He's not the tallest bloke, so try and get into that cross would have been difficult for him. But there's another highlight now as Kepa has a free kick, probably from an offside. Somehow goes through to Griezmann and gets out towards Koke, who can put the cross in. Berke has sort of dealt with it, hits the corner flag there, and it goes out for a throw-in. If it was one goal, I think it was like a 2-1 maybe, which, I mean, that doesn't really help, does it either? So I'm not quite sure what happened in that situation. Maybe we go ahead because we scored more goals at home. If it stays like this, I'm not sure. We'll have to look into that in a little bit. It might actually go down to goal difference in that case, which they have plenty of goal difference on us, which is a little bit unfortunate. So A draw here today would be the ideal result, I think, if we can't get the win. But Rollheis has just been put forward in behind the defence. He goes to chip Kepper, but unfortunately it beat the goal as well. Right, we're going to make some changes then. Can Rollheis play a little bit further back? No, he can't. So, Andic hasn't played particularly well, so we're going to bring De Thomas on. Rollheiser is going to go to more of a... And what can Salonke? Salonke can be a target man on support. We'll move Rollheiser to become an advanced forward on attack. And Raul Thomas can become our trequartista in behind them both. We'll make that little change up front. Maybe that little change in dynamic may make a difference for us. Maybe Salonke can just get his head on something. I've just kicked some stuff under my desk. 20 minutes left in this game. Badeka hasn't played massively well, so Sanset's going to come on for him instead. And or is it Sanset? We bring Maximovic on. Is he slightly better in that kind of situation? He is a little bit. We're going to bring Maximovic on then. Hopefully he can change the game as that box-to-box midfielder. Right, we're going to say push forward to the boys out there. Push forward. This will be the first league loss we've had since November, and it's now April, which says something. It also says something about how good Atletico Madrid are as well. We've not lost a game since November, and yet they are still ahead of us in the league, which is incredible. So obviously they are very, very good as they score their second of the game. And unfortunately, I think that really is game over now for us. David Cameron, though, is going to lose the ball in the attacking third there, which is a bit unfortunate. Koke now on the ball out to their goal scorer. And Griezmann, again, Vieto has been all over us there. I would love to have him in my squad, actually. Vieto has been... I mean, he's only got a 7.1 rating, and that's because he's had so many shots that have just been off target. But the amount of chances he has created for himself and things like that has been incredible. So I'd love to have a player like him in my squad. As here they come again, Atletico Madrid. Really, really outclassing us today, I'm afraid. And I think this really is about the first game we've had for a long time where we've been properly outclassed and don't really deserve anything out of it. As the corner comes in, Griezmann can't quite get onto it. It's get back to Koke. Koke puts it in off the crossbar into the path of Vitolo, who makes it 3-0. And quite frankly, Atletico Madrid are worthy champions of La Liga, I think. Right then, there we go. Atletico 3, Oviedo 0. They pick up the 3 points, go 3 points clear at the top from us. I think they'll also have the head-to-head record as well, because they've scored more goals than us. So in terms of head-to-head record, they'll have a better goal difference. We beat them, then they've beaten us. So disappointing to lose that, I've got to say. But, you know, we can't complain too much, if we're being honest. We're second in the table still by 3 points ahead of Real Madrid. So it's still pretty decent. Couldn't quite complete the double-triple threat. But, you know, we've got most of the way there. We beat Barcelona twice. We've beaten Real Madrid twice. We've beaten Atletico once. Next year, we've got something to build on. But would you look at that? Last loss, 19th of November. This loss on the 3rd of April. That is a long time without losing a league game. We lost those 2 games to Bilbao, but we've done incredibly well. And now there's 7 games left this season to try and make something of it. We've still got a chance to challenge Atletico Madrid. Of course, they could lose a few games, but it's unlikely if they can smash us like that 3-0. Next episode then is going to be the last 2 league games of the season. Espanyol and Levante are going to be coming up. We will get Gijona there as well. Depending on what's going on, we could do the Gijón game as well, do a 3-game special, but we'll have to see what's going on in the league. If we've got a chance maybe of winning it, then perhaps we do the Gijón game as well. But as for now, we'll just settle on Espanyol and Levante. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. I certainly have. Even though we lost it 3-0, it's been a good episode, especially with the youth gens. Youth gens, regens, that's what I wanted to say. So thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, make sure you do drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And I will see you next time for some more real deal action.